Welcome, I'm Bernice Ross, and I'm so delighted to have my good friend Eleni Sommerschield here. She is the COO of Wise Agent, and I'm going to give a plug for her. I've got a whole bunch of CRMs for my company. We signed up with Eleni's company because just, for our business, but, especially if you're an agent, this is something, I love this site. But we're going to talk about a unique feature that you have implemented that I haven't seen any other CRM doing. So can you talk about what it is? Because this is amazing, and I was like blown away when you just told me about this.
Yes, thank you, Bernice. So Wise Agent is leveraging artificial intelligence. The acronym is AI, so if you hear about that, that's what that means. And what we do with the AI is it's really difficult sometimes when you have leads coming in from all different sources, right? Some that are coming in from Realtor.com, they're coming in from your website, Facebook, or maybe leads that you've acquired some way, shape, or form that you've had in your database for a number of months, and you want to reach out to them. But there's that kind of anxiety that some agents get about reaching out to them. I mean, that fear of rejection is huge. I mean, nobody wants to have that. The nice thing about AI is that the bot is a program. It's a computer system, and there is no fear of rejection for this bot. So it kind of eliminates that. And what it does is it will have a conversation to start, the process of vetting these buyers or potential buyers or sellers, these leads, to convert. And really, it starts the conversation, hey, are you interested in selling? And you can put them in categories, like these are buyers, these are sellers. There's also one for tenants, renters, as well as if you're a loan officer. So we really have a whole variety, and and it also works in Spanish. So you can do that even in Spanish as well, which is great. And so what really can happen is the AI bot will go out and have this conversation. Hey, Bernice, and it'll call you by name. And you can give the bot a name. I'm Mia with, Bernice's real estate and agency, and I'm just wondering if you're still interested in selling your property. And then Bernice, you would reply back just like you would normally to a text. And this is all done via text. And you guys have a conversation via text, and there's emojis involved and all sorts of things. And once Bernice gets qualified saying, yes, now I'm ready for an agent to come and view my property, then the bot will hand it over to the agent, to you, and then you can then, schedule that appointment and say, yes, I'll come visit you at, this time, this date, and this location. And so all that fear of anxiety of, I don't want to reach out because I'm scared of rejection or whatever, is really eliminated. And what happens then is that bot just does all the qualification for you, which is wonderful.
Oh yes, especially because how much time, if you had to do that by hand, manually yourself, you'd eat up tons of time.
Exactly.
And this is where I think this is one of the hottest trends in the industry, is this using the bots to qualify and to handle that initial legwork. Yeah. And then to hand off to you, which is a great way of getting you in front of your clients, and then identifying when to move on with the process. And what happens is this bot acts as your assistant. It's kind of like a virtual assistant that's a chat bot. And the other person doesn't realize that and doesn't need to know that. And what's really great is it'll keep nudging. So even if it sends out a text and there is no response, it'll nudge a few days later, like, hey, remember me? And asks the question again to really get that. And it'll engage those people for up to 12 months. And so really, you're spending a ton of money and time and energy in acquiring these leads, some way, shape, or form. You really don't want to let that money just slip through your fingers. And so let the bot just do all of that legwork, so then you could, take over once they're ready to list or, go looking for houses. I love this tool. If I were selling it right now, I'd be using it. So we've been visiting with Eleni Sommerschield. She's the COO of Wise Agent. Love this tool. Love their CRM. Thank you for being with us today, Eleni.
Thank you.